I stayed in friendships that I knew very well I was being taken advantage of, thinking having part-time friends was better than having none. That applied to relationships as well. I would accept their minimum effort, constantly chasing their validation and their approval. Them accepting what I had to offer was a way of me seeking a connection with them. And that acceptance gave me a temporary feeling of validation of the work that I had within me. So being able to notice these patterns of building a home in other people, I was able to realize that the only constant home that I could ever have is within me. I've been on a healing journey, and sometimes back, I came across a book called Welcome Home by Major Zebian. Reading that book, I could really relate to what the author was saying, and it really spoke to my soul. So, let me read some parts. Your home is within you. You are the architect, you are the builder, and you are the occupant. You must see yourself, hear yourself, love yourself. You must create safety for yourself. The mistake that most of us make is that we build our homes in other people in the hope that they'll deem us worthy of being welcomed inside. We feel so abandoned and empty when people leave because we have invested so much of ourselves in them. Home is not a physical place. It's the place where your soul feels it belongs, where you can apologetically be yourself, where you are loved for your authentic self. Home is the place where you don't have to work hard just to be loved. The biggest mistake we make is that we build our homes in other people. We build those homes, we decorate them with the love and care and respect that make us feel safe. And at the end of the day, we invest in other people and we evaluate our self worth based on how much those homes welcome us. What I came to learn is once you build a home in other people, we give them power to make us homeless. And when those people walk away, all of a sudden we feel empty because everything that we had, we put into them. We trusted someone with pieces of us. And that emptiness doesn't mean that we have nothing to give or we have nothing within us. It just means that we built our homes in the wrong places. You become powerless the moment you wait for someone to build that home for you. If you wait for someone to give you love, to give you worth, to give you value, and when you don't know what home looks like, you take whatever you're being offered. That feeling of homelessness makes us betray ourselves as we try to build a home in other people. It also makes us betray other people by having insincere feelings for them, even though our feelings might seem sincere to us. We look at them as shelters for the scattered pieces of ourselves more than we look at them as possible to love. The fear of being judged, of being shamed, or ostracized from the lives of those around us stops us from taking that journey back to ourselves. We are scared and worried about their reaction, the people whose judgment we worry about. We see them as giants because we are giving them power. They are confining the limits of our world. So imagine breaking the confines of that circle and seeing a bigger audience, a bigger world. How freeing is that? When you limit yourself from breaking free by seeking acceptance from those around you, you are building a roadblock and you'll spend years of you being fully aware of how much more you deserve, but then you are blaming your surroundings from keeping you to be the leader of your life. You'll spend most of your life trying to build a home from a place of emptiness, looking for something or someone to fill that void. And that might take different forms, whether it's marriage, whether it's kids, whether it's career, whether it's being in certain friendship circles. Listen to this. Once you build a home within yourself, you are unstoppable because you're no longer a walking homeless person begging for someone to give you shelter. You are not standing at every intersection and every corner begging for whatever leftovers of pocket change people have to give you. And once you build a home within yourself, you will no longer be in a reactive mode in relation to the world around you. You are not in a state of defining yourself in comparison to others. You are not in a state of feeling good about yourself just because you feel you are better than others based on how much money you make, what your job title is, what your societal status is, and the like. In a state of at homeness, you are not constantly knocking on other people's doors, pointing out to them how their actions or words are wrong. You understand that others may throw rocks at your home, but those rocks don't mean anything about you unless you make them mean something about you. You focus on fixing the damage within your home rather than waiting for the rock throwers to give you permission to do so by apologizing for what they did. You also don't focus on revenge or throwing rocks back at them. You are able to see people's actions and words as separate from what you know and believe about yourself. You can't deprive yourself of the belief that you deserve that until you look like, feel like, and have the thing and people in your life that you believe will make you have that. I hope this speaks to someone who seeks validation and approval from outside from other people. May this be a reminder for you to build a home within yourself. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.